Welcome to RAO'S Academy for Competitive Examination. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about nanotechnology and the approach that is needed for covering this particular technology. This technology is considered as the technology for 21st century because in number of sectors which are important in 21st century, we will be able to use nanotechnology. For example, the devices that we use in our everyday life, be it mobile phones, laptops, computers, ACs, cars, all those machines have chips, semiconductor chips, and those chips are manufactured on the basis of nanotechnology. Those semiconductor chips have billions of transistors fitted on them, and that is possible because of nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is also considered as one of the revolutionary technology for the targeted delivery of drugs. And that question has been asked by UPSC in mains examination. Nanotechnology has remained a favorite topic of UPSC. For example, in prelims of 2022, there was one question on nanotechnology. In mains of 2020, they have asked a question on utility or importance of nanotechnology in medical sector, in agriculture sector, and in general as well. And that's why what kind of approach one should follow for the studies related to nanotechnology, it is what we are going to discuss in this particular video. Let us start with our discussion. In order to cover nanotechnology in a better way, first and the most important thing that you should do is to have clarity about nanoscience. You should be aware of the concepts related to nanoscience because nanoparticles which are used in nanotechnology, they show different kind of properties than their actual or than their normal size counterparts. If I have to give an example, we can take gold. Gold, its normal color is golden or yellowish color. But at nanoscale, gold nanoparticles become reddish or violet in color. So this is the change in the optical property that we are able to see in the nanoparticles of gold. And same is true for the nanoparticles of other known elements as well. And hence it is important to know why these properties are changing at nanoscale. What are the factors that lead to this change in the property at nanoscale? And that is what is covered under nanoscience. Fine. So nanoscience will help you understand what makes nanoparticles special and why they are able to show the properties that they are showing. Right. So that is first. Once you are done with this, it is important to know about different nanostructures because this has also been the focus of examination, especially prelims examination. There are different kind of nanostructures like graphene, which is a nanosheet, carbon nanotubes, then we have fullerenes, and we also have nanodots. So those nanostructures, their properties, their examples are important from the exam's perspective. UPSC has already asked a question on carbon nanotubes. And this year in 2023, there was Nobel Prize given in chemistry for the development of quantum dots. Quantum dots are again working on the basis of nanoscience or nanotechnology. And that's why it is important to know about those nanostructures. Once you are done with that, it is important to know about the methods of synthesis. Methods of synthesis. That means what kind of methods are used for the development of nanoparticles. There are top-down approaches and there are bottom-up approaches that are used for the production of nanoparticles. And those methods of synthesis are important from the exam's perspective. And then, after all this understanding of nanoscience and nanotechnology, its applications. And this has been the focus of UPSC. Applications of nanotechnology in various sectors. In which sectors it can be used? It can be used in sectors like medical. So applications are there. Applications are there in medical sector, in agriculture sector. You must have heard about nano urea. So nano fertilizers, nano pesticides can be developed for agriculture. Then in electronics sector, because all the electronics devices that we use, they have nano chips. Then this can also be used in battery making or battery manufacturing. It can also be used in water purification. It can also be used in the production of various fabrics in textiles industry. And so all these are the uses or applications of nanotechnology. Those applications, and if at all there is any current application that is in use, that becomes important from the exam's perspective. Next is, apart from applications, what else is important? Apart from applications, it is also important to know different concerns related to nanotechnology. Though nanotechnology is considered as a technology of 21st century, we are not using it on a wide scale. Why? Because there are concerns. What kind of concerns? Concerns related to the size of nanoparticles. Nanoparticles, given their size, can remain suspended in air, and that may lead to inhalation of those nanoparticles, which will not only settle in our blood, it will not only settle in our lungs, it may enter in our bloodstream as well, and that is a problem. And hence, there are a number of concerns that are posed to health of human beings as well as to environment by nanoparticles. And that's why there is regulated use of nanoparticles. But still, it is important technology, and those applications you should be aware of. Right? So that is what is the approach that you should follow for nanotechnology. And especially your focus should be on current developments related to nanotechnology as well. So that is about this video. Thank you.